Detailed review of transcript, Lions and Packers showdown. Foxworth analyzes NFC North dynamics. The transcript centers on an in-depth discussion led by Domonique Foxworth and others about the Detroit Lions' position in the NFC North and their upcoming match against the Green Bay Packers. The conversation, part of ESPN's Get Up, provides analysis on the Lions' dominance, their challenges, and strategies for maintaining their top position in the NFC. Here's a detailed and clarified review. Lions' current standings and playoff implications. The Detroit Lions are emerging as a powerhouse in the NFC, sitting atop the division and boasting an impressive season record. Their ability to secure and maintain the #1 seed is a testament to their growth under Dan Campbell's leadership. With a 67% chance of clinching the top seed, per ESPN Analytics, and that figure rising to 79% with a win over the Packers, the stakes are high. This matchup against Green Bay is not merely another game. It is pivotal in defining their postseason trajectory. Dan Campbell's comments reflect the team's resilience. He emphasized their readiness for the challenging schedule ahead, highlighting that tough competition prepares them for the tournament, a reference to the playoffs. His confidence underscores the Lions' mentality. Each game is a stepping stone toward achieving postseason dominance. Key strategies against the Packers. Foxworth elaborates on the Lions' approach to their next game against Green Bay. To affirm their status as NFC frontrunners, the Lions must dominate physically, especially against a Packers defense that has shown vulnerabilities. Utilizing running backs David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs effectively will be crucial. The emphasis is on a ground-and-pound strategy complemented by explosive passing plays, which quarterback Jared Goff excels at, particularly with intermediate routes. The importance of time of possession control cannot be overstated. By keeping the defense off the field and dictating the game tempo, the Lions can mitigate the impact of injuries on their defensive line. This approach not only conserves energy, but also creates opportunities for high-percentage plays, ensuring that the offense stays efficient and productive. Defensive challenges. The Lions' defense faces significant hurdles, particularly with injuries affecting their front line. While the secondary has been relatively robust, consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks remains a concern. Key players like DJ Reader could help stabilize their defensive presence, but without a marked improvement in defensive cohesion, the Lions risk losing their edge against high-caliber teams. The Packers, led by an informed Jordan Love, pose a legitimate threat. Love has minimized turnovers recently and is showing confidence in pushing the ball downfield. His ability to capitalize on Detroit's defensive lapses, especially with deep throws, makes him a dangerous opponent. Packers as contenders. Foxworth and the panel underscore that the Packers are on an upswing. While the Lions are favored, this game feels less like a mismatch and more like a genuine test of Detroit's mettle. The Packers' resurgence, driven by Love's maturation and their improved defensive execution, positions them as formidable challengers. The Lions' defense will need to be particularly vigilant to prevent Green Bay from exploiting gaps, especially through explosive plays and well-executed drives. Historical context. The discussion briefly touches on the rich history of Lions-Packers matchups, adding depth to the narrative. Memorable games from Aaron Rodgers' Hail Mary heroics in 2015 to the Lions spoiling Rodgers' farewell at Lambeau Field last season provide a backdrop of fierce rivalry and unpredictable outcomes. These historical anecdotes enhance the anticipation for Thursday night's game. Broader implications for the NFC. The Lions' performance against the Packers has broader implications for the NFC playoff race. With teams like the Philadelphia Eagles breathing down their necks, Detroit cannot afford missteps. Winning convincingly would solidify their status as Super Bowl contenders and send a clear message to the rest of the conference. Foxworth's analysis also highlights that the Lions' resilience and physical play style are assets in December football, where grit often outweighs finesse. However, sustaining this momentum requires strategic adjustments, particularly on defense. Final thoughts. The Detroit Lions are at a critical juncture. This game against the Packers is not just about securing another win, but about proving their legitimacy as NFC leaders. By executing their game plan effectively, dominating possession, leveraging their offensive weapons, and tightening their defense, they can cement their dominance and continue their march toward postseason glory. Foxworth's insights are a compelling reminder of the stakes involved. The Lions are playing not just for the present but to establish themselves as a long-term force in the NFL. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely as Detroit looks to rise above the challenges and reinforce their claim as the team to beat in the NFC.